Hello, business queen. How are you doing today? I am here back, surprise, with you. Hello, for my Instagram series, Influencer of Your Business. Are you ready? So actually, it's so nice to be back here with you because soon it is my birthday, actually next week, and I have decided that this month I will be going live with you from Monday to Thursday every day, 17 past 17, to discuss branding, influence, storytelling, negotiation, how you too can become the influencer of your business. And we're also going to discuss why is it important, why you should be the influencer of your business, why is it important. I see Milena, I see jewelry and mirrors, I see Kiyama. Yana? Kia? Welcome. If you can let me know here in the comments if you can hear me, because this time finally I can actually read your comments. Hey Yempa, how are you doing? So nice to see you here. Today we're gonna talk about influence and how you can find your true voice. How can you express yourself like a queen on social media? Why do I call you queen? And why being the influencer of your business is the only way to succeed on internet nowadays. And talking from a point of view of someone that have been an influencer working on digital media for, well, more than 12 years now. Welcome. Please let me know in the comments, in the chats, if you can hear me. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading the chats and I want to make sure that you can hear me. Milena, Emma, Carol, can you guys hear me? Okay. So talking about influence, I know one pain point of most of you is usually that you are afraid of exposure on social media. That you might think showing up online, being the influencer of your business, mean sharing every aspect of your life on social media. And you're also a bit skeptical because you don't know what to say, how to say, and how to express yourself. So today we're gonna talk about finding your voice and connecting the dots, how you take control of your narrative using storytelling techniques, communication strategies, and why being the influencer of your business is so important. And actually, I want to let you very calm, take it easy, because you don't need to share everything about your life. When you are the queen, the influencer of your business, you are in control. You decide what you want to share. And that's what we're gonna learn today. I'm very excited. I feel like I'm starting celebrating with you. I know I'm killing a few Italians right now because I'm having a very late cappuccino. But I'm sorry, Italians. They are so good to only have it half of the day. Okay. So, before I start, let me tell you why I teach today about influence. Influence is not about likes and followers on the internet. Influence is about taking control of your narrative, telling the story of your business, telling a story of why you do what you do. And that's the way you're gonna stand out and connect with people that is going to be interested, connected with what you do. And that's when you influence them, right, to make some choices. And some of the choices will be by buying from you. And make no mistake, you are influencing already. If you are on social media today, this is not only me saying, okay? There is an article on, I can link on the stories today if I remember, because I sit here and I promise, but then I promise all the things we chat and then I forget, but I will do my best. A link from Forbes that say, if you are online, it doesn't matter if you want it or not, you are a personal brand. So what can you do to actually use this in your favor? And when I say make no mistake, you are already influencing people. When I mean influencing people, let's say you are very happy, you go to a really nice restaurant during the weekend with your friends or with your partner or family, doesn't matter. You went there and you love the food. What you do? You share it on social media, you share it on Instagram, you share it on Facebook or any other social platform you're using. Then what happens? Your friends, family, people you know, it's going to be, wow, did you really like it? Do you recommend? And you usually, if you actually liked it, you're gonna say yes. You are influencing your network and you are selling for a business. So why don't you use the same strategy? Hey Hannah, so nice to see you. I was at Orleans today for my makeup. This time was not with you, but I miss you. How are you doing? So when you share your favorite meal at a restaurant, your favorite makeup product, your favorite cappuccino, you are selling on internet, okay? You are influencing people. So why don't you use a proven strategy to sell your business as well? It's called like a product placement. You do it naturally. So when, hey Christina, welcome. Please let me know if you can hear me. Also let me know, guys, where are you watching this live from? I know I got a lot of new followers the last few days, and I'm so excited to see where are you from, which city, which country. I'm really curious to know. And so when you share any advice or anything that you liked, a product, a service on social media, you are selling for them. It's called, as I said, product placement, because you tell a story. This was a very nice weekend, sunny, and I went outside in this really beautiful uteservering, and we had a really nice tapas, I don't know. And then people will be very excited. They want to go there next weekend. You are not trying to sell and buy, go there, right? Buy. That's what you usually do with your own business on social media. That's why nobody wants to buy from you, because it's annoying, it's pushy, it's boring. Like I usually say, just think with me. Do you open Instagram or any other social platform thinking, let me see what I want to buy right now? That's not why you use social media, is it? What do? You open social media to be entertained. And sometimes even to learn something, a quick tutorial, if it's especially YouTube, like now, you're here to learn about branding. So you either want to be inspired, learn something like quick, easy, or be entertained. So this is the language of social media. People are mostly on social media to be entertained. So if you have a business and you want to succeed on social media, it's not by, hey, I'm here, my product's amazing, buy from me. Did you see? I have an offer, buy one, get one for free. Hello, it's sales now. Ta-da! Black Friday. Nobody cares. And you know why nobody cares? Because people don't want to be bombed with sales pitches especially not if they are not searching for it. It's annoying. So stop with the boring content. Take ownership of your story and become the influencer of your business. And now, Giselle, how you do it? Let me tell you how I did it. How I started my own business in Sweden without knowing anyone. Coming from Brazil, starting from completely zero, without network, without net worth, without capital. I started using my voice, using my story. I started blogging. When I started blogging in Sweden, it was in travel, because I am from background a journalist. I worked in magazines. My friends and followers that have been accompanying me for so many years, they have followed me since I started my website back in 2011. And that website was to be my portfolio. I was about to move to Sweden, and I created my portfolio because I wanted to learn Swedish and then keep writing as a journalist so I could apply for jobs later on. It was the beginning of the boom of Instagram and all that, so there was not influencers at that time. Okay, many journalists and makeup and fashion people were starting blogs and social platforms, but it was nothing compared to what it is today. So what I did, I published content every single day on my website. My website is still live, okay? But it was not growing as I would expect. And then I learned something. People want to know who was the person behind the advice, the travel advice. And it is very difficult for me. That's why I really understand why you fear showing up on social media to sell your product, to sell your business, to become a business owner, to become an influencer. Why? Because as a journalist, you are taught to be the person who writes the news about someone else. You are not the subject of the news. You are not the subject of the content. So I was taught, and I still very introvert person. And that's when I say, I really know this struggle is real, but I did it, and so can you. You can learn communication strategies that can help you to talk in a confident way, like I'm doing now. I'm really fine talking to you here on internet today in front of a camera. I had an Instagram, or I still have it. I'm not using it as much now because my focus is in growing this platform, and I also have a reason why I started a new. But I was not afraid of going live when thousands of people were watching my lives. And why that? Because I know, and I have a script. I know what I'm gonna talk about. I have a guideline, and I practice and I practice. Still, I get nervous. Yes, I'm not gonna lie with you, because I want to do better and improve every time. Sometimes this is challenging, and that's why I had done it, this series of lives about influence not long ago, and I decided to do it again now because I struggle sometimes that I don't feel so confident with my English because I'm not a native English speaker. But that is on my mind because I'm sure I can make my message understood. I know you can learn my techniques, my strategies, and I know if I don't know a word, I'll find a way to make you understand anyway. That's communication. It's not about having the perfect accent or having the perfect grammar in that case, because I will make mistakes. I can make mistakes. I know, but I put myself in the spotlight And that's the only way I'm going to improve my communication strategies, my English in front of the cameras, so I don't get my nervousness get the best of me and I forget what to say. So I understand, okay? And now for the story I was talking about influence. So not long after I started showing myself on my Instagram account, my Facebook account, and on my website with pictures. It was only pictures before and very far away. I was very shy. At that time, people start connecting with me. I started getting comments and more readers and more followers because people start trusting you. You build a connection. And when I tell you connect with your audience with authenticity, what I mean is that I want you to talk to people like you talk on a normal day. Talk to them like a friend, right? You don't talk like in a robotic way, and your conversations are not like, today I learned a very interesting thing when I was walking home from leaving my daughter on school. It's not like you talk. You can tell the same story in a different way. Oh, I was with my daughter today at the school, and can you believe what I learned with it? My daughter taught me A, B, C, or D. Now I'm not going to go into much details, but there is the same story told in different ways. And influence is the way you take control of the narrative, you build trust with your audience and potential clients, that you make people understand that you are real and authentic, and that you make connections because your message is clear. Is that understood? Are you following me? I'm looking outside, beautiful day, by the way, out here in Stockholm. It was a bit gray before, but now it's sunny. Summer is finally arriving. Okay. When I talk about being the influencer of your business, it's connected. It's basically a synonym of being authentic. But Giselle, what being authentic? It's being yourself. Oh, but who am I? Well, that you need to figure out yourself. I don't know. But you need to know what you like. Why you started doing what you do. Why you started the business you have started today. Why are you selling what you're selling? And why I ask you that? Because I am almost sure you started a business because you had a problem before. You didn't find a good solution in the market. You create that solution yourself and it solved the problem for you, and now you want to solve it for more people that has the same problem you had in the past. Am I wrong? So when you understand that you are solving someone else's problem and you tell them the story and who you are, why you created it, how you make this solution, people will connect with you. People will remember you. But if you're robotic, going on Canva and taking the templates and saying, buy my product, it's in promotion right now, no one cares. And you are there, frustrated, struggling, thinking that something is wrong with you or with your business. Why my competitor that I believe have not a better product than mine is making more money, have more followers, probably more income, is more successful than I, and my product I know is better than theirs. Why is it? The answer is you, because you are communicating it wrong. If people don't see the value, if people are not connecting with your product, with your service, they are not feeling trust, they are not feeling connected with what you do, they will not buy from you. They will not remember you. They will remember your competitor that took ownership of their story, and they are doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. The only way to succeed nowadays on the digital world is by becoming the influencer of your business. That's no way back. And influence, it's about correct use of communication strategies, so you take control of your narrative and tell your story, the story of your business, in a way that people want to connect, to listen, and to buy from you. Okay? But what it has to do with me calling you a queen? Let's talk about princesses and queens. And I like very much the story of Mary Stuart, Queen of Scots. She became the Queen of Scots when she was about, I don't know, a week old, because her father died. The king died. She was the only heir. She was a newborn, so of course she would need guidance. They get, of course, tutors and people that take care of the reign while she is growing up, because of conflicts and other things that doesn't matter. For what I want you to understand of that story is that she was sent to the French court, where she was promised to marry the future king of France, so the heir to the French throne, if I'm not mistaken, okay? But when she gets there as a teenager, believing in fairy tales, that she was there to meet her Prince Charm, that she would have, very beautiful wedding, a loving husband, beautiful princes and princesses, and she would be happily ever after. But this story is completely different, because if you have studied a little bit of history, you know that those kind of marriages and alliances is all about power, keeping yourself in power. It's a lot of politics, and it's a lot of betrayals and backstabbing, and who can win the war, who can be, all that. So it's left there to be doing what she was told, to be learning how to be a wife, a good wife, so she could be worthy of marrying the future king. But things shift when she actually becomes queen, when she actually gets married, and she understands that the theory in practice is completely different. People are lying to her. People are only making connections with her because they are interested in gaining something, some kind of power, some kind of opportunity. Then she takes, okay, what can I do for me? What is here for me? And then she takes control of with what person is she going to be in bed with, what alliance she's going to make, what is going to best for her, because her dream was to go back to Scotland and reign in Scotland. For that, she would need to fight her cousin, the Queen Elizabeth at that time. But she needed alliance. She needed people trusting that she would be able to do it, and she needed a reason. Her reason was, I am Mary, Queen of Scots, and I'm gonna take our country back to us. I don't want to be a part of another kingdom. We are a kingdom ourselves. So, Mary, Queen of Scots, take ownership of the story. And that's how she built an army, and that's how she built an alliance, and that's how she builds trust of people that can support her claim to her throne in Scotland. And are you conquer kingdom? And are you, hey Deborah, tell me if you are following along my history lesson here. So while I tell you, I got hair here. When I tell you, you are a queen. If you started a business, you already took ownership of your story. You don't want to work for someone else, even if you are at the moment working for someone else, because that's life. You need to start somewhere. But if you started something, even if you are doing it part-time, if you started your own business, or you are having the feeling that you want to start a business because you want to do something that's yours, you are the queen. You are a queen because you are taking ownership of your life, of your story. And I want you to bring that narrative. I want you to bring that passion, that voice out on social media. So people will love to hear how are you doing it, why you do what you do. Okay, so when you let the princess die, the queen will be born. And that's when you take control of what is being said about you on internet. Whether you get a hate comment. It just happened to me the other day. Ooh, I was saying that I was going to tell you about how I got my first hater on this new Instagram account, because I have decided to start a new Instagram account, because when I started teaching business, teaching female entrepreneurs like you how to become the influencer of their own business, so you reach more clients and you increase your revenue, I heard a lot of women saying, but for you it's easy. You have more than 40,000 followers. That's not the point. If you are here chasing likes and followers, you are doing it all wrong. Because let's be honest, you probably don't have the possibility to have thousands, 10,000s, a million clients at the moment, maybe in the future. But you need to start somewhere. I also started from zero a few years ago. And then I have decided, hey Priscilla, I have an invitation for you actually. I need to talk to you today. So Priscilla is a queen. She takes ownership of her story. Very beautiful story. I like to give example. I was talking about France not long ago. Priscilla is a very talented sommelier in France. She is, she have a tourism company. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Priscilla. And she do tours, like wine tours in France. And she is the face. She is the voice, the influencer of her own business. She takes ownership of her story, a brilliant Brazilian woman who moves to another country and start a business and is successful with her business. And she is passionate about wine. Thank you, Priscilla. She is taking control of what is being said about her and about her business on internet. She's not there trying to, hey, buy from me. Hey, I have another tour. Have you seen that I have an offer? You can go buy one tour and then you can bring a partner. No, nobody cares. I said you that before. Priscilla is talking about her passion for wine. She shows her visits to the vineyards. She gives you advice. Just last Friday, I was having fredagsmys here in Stockholm, home with my loved ones, Suiso and my mini CEO. And she advised me what wine would pair perfectly with charcuterie and cheese. And I loved the experience. It made my evening way better because it was a really harmonic meal, right? And of course, I have that memory that was Priscilla who suggested that specific wine. And of course, when I want to know something, to learn more about wine, who I'm going to think about? I'm going to think about her. And if I want to learn more, I will buy one of her mentorship programs. Or if, of course, if I go to France, I want to visit the vineyards and the taste wines with her company. And do you understand that it is the power of becoming the queen? Actually not becoming, because you're already a queen. You just need to wear that crown because you are taking control of your story, of your life when you start a business. You just need to learn how to communicate it properly so you can attract the right audience, the people that's going to buy from you, people that's going to connect with you. So when you are sharing your story with passion, like I'm giving the example here of Priscilla. Priscilla is talking about her passion, her life around French wine culture. She lives that. And she brings that authenticity to her communication. And that's how she is able to have a successful business in France. And you can do it whenever you are. And that's the beauty of social media, right? Because you can take control of your story, connect with people that will resonate with you, with what you do, and they will want to buy from you because they will connect genuinely with what you do. And the amazing thing is they can be anywhere in the world. You are not limited to only the city or the country you're living at. So you can finally maybe have the geographic freedom you have been dreaming of. So, wow, I get very passionate, right? To finish this live today, remember I'm going live every day with the series Influencer of Your Business, where I'm teaching you communication, branding, storytelling, and negotiation skills so you can reach more clients, increase your revenue, wear your crown because you are the queen of your business. I'm going live every day from Monday to Thursday, 17 past 17. It's my birthday soon, but this is my gift for you. So, to finish this live today, I want to share you a few content ideas on what you can share to show that you are authentic, that you are real. How can you start connecting with your audience? You need to be real. For example, last weekend, I was a bit off of social media, posting a bit less than I used to. Still, I'll show up for myself, but that's not what I want to talk about now. But it was because my daughter was here with me, and if you know, if you have been following me for a while, you know that I'm not together with her father, and we had a complicated relationship, and now she lives part-time with me and part-time with him. That's how it works here in Sweden. And she was with me the past 2 weeks, and she's becoming a teenager. And it's so difficult now. If you're a mother, you understand me. Hey, Jan in Sweden, how are you doing? So it is challenging when you have kids. You understand that your life now it's in phases. Now it's phase when they are newborn and they need to learn how to breastfeed and all that. And then phase teaching, walking, blah, 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 blah. And now my phase is a preteen phase, where she's still very innocent and has this child soul, the innocence, but she's learning a lot and very much aware of what is happening in the world. And a lot of emotions. If you have watched the movie Inside Out, it's like I live there. From 1 second, everything is fine. The other second, the world, it's like going down. And you don't know, because the challenge here is, how can I be supportive knowing that it's difficult for her to deal with new emotions, with new situations, things that she doesn't know. And also, like, I need to be in my best emotional moment, so I can, of course, not break down as well. And it's very challenging because it's emotionally tiring. You want to be like an example, you want to be you want to educate, but you want to be supported, you want to be friendly. It's a lot of things going on. And I shared these struggles on my Instagram stories the other day, and you know what happened? I get messages of other moms that connect with my story because they are living the same situation. We might don't find a solution, but we are able to share our struggles with each other. Because this is me, right? I am not perfect. My life is not perfect. I have problems. I have many situations that I need to deal with on a daily basis like everyone else. But I show up for myself and my business, and I don't need to pretend that I am perfect and everything is perfect all the time. So advice number 1, share your struggles. And if there is any lessons learned with your struggles, share them, because it might help your audience, people that are following you and connecting with you, to resolve some issues in their lives as well. And they will be very grateful to you for that. Other thing you can do, it's like, you're gonna see on my stories today, I already shared some behind the scenes. I'm very proud of my makeup today, but it was not me who did it, you can imagine, right? I'm not a professional makeup artist. So I went during my lunchtime, I took my lunch break during my working hours to go to makeup, so I would feel more comfortable in front of the cameras today. But Giselle, to be an influencer of my own business, I need to go for professional makeup every time I need to record. No, that's not the case. But I did it today because I needed to feel that I can give myself that break. I can take care of the source. I am the source of my health and my wealth. So I need to take care of the source. And I wanted, instead of being nervous and trying to do the makeup myself, which I do kind of okay, I took that time to let someone else take care of me, so I could just relax and prepare myself mentally for sitting here with you today. Okay, so I shared behind the scenes content about getting my makeup, and I'll be sharing my setup, and I already shared some of my struggles with I was searching for my earring while I was already wearing my earring. So it's showing that you are a real person. You don't wake up this way, right? We wish, but it's not true. So second advice, share behind the scenes. Don't share just the result of something. Share how you got there. That's why people who are doing food content, like recipes, are so successful, because it's a step by step. They are showing you how to do something, and you watch it to the end. You can do it. It's actually with your business, with your daily life, how you get your hair done. And you can get your hair done and talk about what you're preparing yourself for your day, for your meetings, So share behind the scenes. And you can also, last advice for today, you're gonna share content about people that have used your products, your service. You tell testimonials, but I didn't sell yet, I'm just started. Well, make some good partnerships with friends, for example. Reach out to the community where you know other female entrepreneurs would be happy to help by reviewing your product. You give, if you, let's say, you are selling face cream, give one sample so the person can use it and tell you how was the result after a week or after 2. It is done not only by small businesses, but with big brands as well, all the time. Every time they launch a new product, they are doing testing with customers so they can give feedback before they actually launch the product to a bigger audience, okay? So you can do the same, but be careful. Don't make people get used to getting your product or service for free. Choose carefully with who you do this kind of partnership, because it should always be a win-win situation. Not only you giving, right, but actually a productive and win-win partnership, okay? So you can get testimonials, customer stories, right, reviews of your product, okay? Because in the reviews there is two very important things happening there. You get feedback, and the feedback can make you improve your product, your service. But it's also very good for you to show, look, I'm telling you that my product is good, but here is what other people are saying about it. The results they're having with it, why they like it so much, why it worked for them. So behind the scene contents, your personal struggles, not only the good wins, the best part of your life, and customer story testimonials, okay? And I am ready for finishing this beautiful afternoon with you. I'll be back tomorrow again, 17 past 17, with Influencer of Your Business series, where you will learn how to become the influencer of your business. And let me know here in the comments what you learned and what you liked to learn the most here today. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.